Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to let you guys kind of hang out with us for a little bit as we prepare for a kayak trip down the river. We're loading up our boats here with some gear. We're about 3 days out from hitting the river. We're going to spend 3 days and 3 nights on the river on the Choctawhatchee here in southern Alabama. Our plan, our hope is to go from Clayhatchee, Alabama down and actually cross the state line into Florida and end in Florida about 2 or 3 miles south of the state line in a little area called Pittman. And then we'll get out of the water about 3 days later. So I'm taking Noah and two of his buddies with me, and it's going to be an interesting adventure. But anyways, I wanted to show you what it looks like to maybe prepare a little bit for a trip like this. I'm trying to do this more. I'm trying to break out into doing these types of videos where we go on outdoor excursions and adventures like this. So I'm trying to get in the habit of doing that and learning how to film these things. And we do them a lot. It's just I don't bring a camera along to film them. But I want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed to the channel and people who have new subscribers, welcome, and old subscribers, thank you for sticking around and enjoying the content that we've been putting out. Up until now, I haven't really been like a huge subscriber-based channel because you kind of have two different style channels out there. You have subscriber-based channels where there's constant, repetitive and very consistent videos being put out, and subscribers are engaged in that. And then you have a type of channel, a YouTube channel, where it's mainly like keyword search type channels, and that's pretty much what my channel has been, and that's how I've gotten to where I'm at now with 16, 17,000 subscribers, is basically from keyword searches or suggested videos. But what I'm trying to do is kind of shift away from that a little bit and do more subscriber-based type stuff where I grow the channel, I grow the subscribers, and grow connectivity with you guys as subscribers to hopefully be one of those channels where I put out videos on a consistent and more regular interval of time. So doing things like this and hitting the river and doing camping trips or doing hiking trips or what have you, vlogs or whatever you guys are interested in seeing, is what we're doing. I think our lives are pretty lame, so to speak, but other people might say differently. But anyways, we're trying to capture some of that and put it on YouTube for you guys. So anyways, these are some weird times we're living in, obviously, and I live in Alabama. Alabama is beginning to kind of loosen up some restrictions on stuff pertaining to this illness going around. So we're seeing some of these social distancing measures lifted, and it's interesting times. And I think this is a weird time, especially for people like YouTubers who are having whose channels are dependent upon them getting out and doing things and experiencing different venues or whatever the case may be. But for people like me and channels like mine, things haven't really changed all that much because the state of Alabama and Georgia and Florida, I kind of live in that tri-state area. They never really were strict about getting out and doing things outdoors. And so that was nice for me because my life, my lifestyle didn't really change all that much with all this quarantine stuff going on. So, we love to get outdoors and we love to do those things. And the powers that be didn't put any restriction on that whatsoever. So that was nice. And we found ourselves doing that a lot, getting out and enjoying family time and outdoor time. We went to the canyon over in Georgia and hiked that for a day, and we've been to various state parks and stuff. So that's kind of what I want to do is take you guys on little family excursions with us and show you what we do when we go. And because we've been doing it anyways, and might as well document it and put it up there for you guys as subscribers. So what do you want to see? What kind of content are you enjoying from my channel? I appreciate any feedback that you might have. You can type it in the comments. Doing this river trip for 3 days, I'm hoping that will be maybe break it into like 3 different parts, and we'll go from there. But I've got some other video ideas in the works in the shoot. One of them being a survival cache. Someone asked me, you should make a survival cache, and my channel has never been about like survival or prepping or anything like that. And I don't consider myself a survivalist by any stretch of the imagination. I'm an outdoor enthusiast, but I wouldn't make a great survivalist. What did it say? A country boy can survive, right? But anyways, I'm gonna make a survival cache, and it's gonna be out of PVC, and I'm actually pulling Adrian. I don't know if you remember Adrian from several videos ago. He's prior Army and has gone through SEER school and all this stuff, and so he and I looked at a survival kit that was sent to me, and we reviewed it several videos back. And anyways, I'm gonna rope him in. I'm gonna build him one of these survival caches, a PVC survival cache, and I'm gonna make one for myself. And we're each gonna take a couple weeks and build out the inside of this survival cache and put all the things we think that we would want to live off of for 1 week. And that's the goal of this survival cache, is to sustain us for 1 week. And then we're gonna come back together, and we're gonna compare our survival caches and see what we put in them. So I consider Adrian way more of a survival expert than I am. I'm just a humble school teacher, but you know, I have a lot of time in the outdoors and stuff. I have that going for me, but that's about it. Anyways, that should be a cool video. I'm excited about that. And then after that, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to take that survival cache that I build, and I'm going to put it to the test for about 72 hours. I'm going to take it, go out in the woods, and live on that survival cache for about 3 days, 4 days, something like that, and just learn some lessons and document along the way for you guys, or your entertainment, but also your education. So that's some things that are in the works. I hope to do more videos like that. I'm also working on a tiny house. For those who don't know, the tiny house is about 90% done. I'm finishing out the bathroom this week, hopefully. And I get so bored with some of that stuff sometimes that I'm like, you know, I have to take a break. I have to take like a 2-day break and do something else for a little bit. But yeah, the tiny house is a 8x12 tiny house on a single axle trailer. And my goal is to keep it $3,000 or less, and so far I'm hitting that goal, and it looks like I'm going to be right at it. It's taken a long time because I've been scrounging a lot of materials and stuff, from everything from dumpsters to friends, you know, and I scrounge a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to keep it at budget. But it's taken a long time to build it out. It's taken the better part of a year, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 7-8 months actually. But I'm keeping it at budget around $3,000, and a lot of people are going to be like, "What? How are you doing that?" You know, and I'm gonna make a video. Finished product of this tiny house will coming up, and I'm going to walk you through how I managed to keep it under $3,000, and we'll go from there. Let me check for comments real fast and see if you guys, and we're going to start packing these kayaks out. All right, we're going to load these things out. I got some helpers today. Back up. We're going to rinse these off. Okay, good, man. Alright, we're going to rinse these off. Watch out. All right, let's go through some of this gear here and see what we got. All right. We've got a lot of random camping gear, and I'm trying to kind of use this opportunity to sort through some of it, and also organize and maybe even pare down some of this stuff, some of this excess stuff that we have. And let's go through and pull some of it out. Figure out what we need on this trip, and then see how to minimize.
This is an old Swiss Army canteen that I bought from this. Kind of cool. But it's good because it's a single ply metal cup. And I bought this at an Army Navy store, but it's like a flask and it has an old cork pop out. Anyways, I have no idea how old that is, but it's a cool little deal. So this is good for cooking and boiling water right there. I don't think we're gonna take on the trip on this thing. That cup. Let's bring that cup, Noah, because that will be good for us to use.
Oh yeah, you can put like soup and stuff in there and like
Yeah.
toss it in the coals.
Yeah.
Just like set it in the coals and just have some nice.
So, pile put stuff that we can bring in there.
Is this yours? Do you want to take this and fill it up with water for you?
Yeah, that'll be good. Cause we'll definitely need some good water source.
Yeah, I was gonna bring like gallon jugs.
I think we'd be fine if we had a few of those. I think we'd be fine.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to kind of go through all of our camping gear and figure out what we got. Minimize.
Now make it just go around you.
Headlamp. Got a lot of headlamps.
This is a bag of dry oil here. We use this to start fires. There's like dry lint and leaves and stuff mixed in there. Might just bring this whole dry box full of stuff.
You don't need those earplugs though. I might bring my
Yeah, I'll do that. So what I'm gonna do is put all of our fire starting stuff in here and everything else. Trash, earplugs, multi-tool. Don't need that right now. This is a weird bendy lamp. We don't need that on the kayak trip. Backpack. Don't need that. Some cordage. Don't need that. This is a cool saw. I haven't really ever seen a saw like this. But this is like a backpacking saw. Let me show this to you guys real fast. I've had this for many years. I bought it. Take this nut off, and then inside this sheath is a blade. This is a really rusty blade because I've had this thing for 20 years. You take it and I think it goes like this. No, let me see like this. Goes in there like that, and then thread that through. And then you thread the wing nut back on there, and then you have a basic bow saw. And this is by Swin Products. Swin saw, made in the USA. So I don't know if they make these anymore. Like I said, I've had this thing probably like 20 years, but it's Swin Products. It's a cool little saw. I don't think we're gonna need a saw on this kayaking trip because on this river there's a lot of driftwood and things like that that's easy to harvest. So I don't think we're gonna need to grab anything like that.
Well, if we did actually need it, it would probably be one of our minor things.
One of our what things?
It's a minor thing, but if we were gonna bring it, it wouldn't take up much space.
Yeah, it would.
But anyways, we don't need it. So.
The unfortunate thing about it is if it fell out of a boat, if one of our boats flipped over,
Yeah.
and this thing went in the water, it's gonna sink to the bottom. So I'm just gonna leave it here, and then
You could tie it to the boat, maybe.
there's so much driftwood, like I said, on the river. I'm gonna put all of our fire making stuff in here. Toilet paper, we need that. This is a solar shower, and actually this goes way back to one of my first YouTube videos I ever made, probably 5-6 years ago, was a review of this solar shower right here, and that was kind of a cool deal. What you do is you fill it up with water. I think it's like 3 gallons of water, and you leave it out in the sun to get really hot, and it does get really hot. And then
and you hang it up on a tree, clip it onto a tree, and then you have a hot shower. So I love this thing.
And that there's a mirror on it too, right?
Yeah, there's a little mirror on it in case you want to shave or something like that. We got these lamps, but I don't think I'm going to bring this. I think I'm just going to rely completely on headlamps. So put that over there in the not bringing pile. I'm not going to bring a percolator. I think we're going to live up instant coffee on this trip.
Yeah, you should bring it.
Coffee cup.
Definitely.
I've got some other coffee cups, but
That one's a good one. That one's a good one. Yeah.
Bite and sting kit. I do need to bring this.
Yeah.
Because there are copperheads and moccasins.
Oh yeah.
We'll put that in the fire making kit. So, can you see that?
Yeah, that'll be more like an emergency kind of kit. Not emergency.
Okay, that's good.
Here. Let's get it right here.
This is a sterno, and I used to use these a lot when doing little trips. But a sterno is, it's basically just, forget what it's made of, but these sternos are great for cooking, especially if you're on the stealth. It doesn't burn super hot, but it burns smokeless, and you cannot see it almost. So if you want to make a fire somewhere, you know what I used to use these for when I was in the National Guard. When we go out and drill and stuff, and we weren't allowed to make fires, I needed some hot water for coffee. So I used to actually, when we were out in the field and stuff, I would get these sternos. I'd have one in my rucksack, and I'd get it out, and you know, people wouldn't see it, so I'd be able to heat up some water and stuff, and right there under my poncho shelter, or my shelter half back in the day, and these were great. But I'm not going to bring this with us because I have a different fuel source. Do you want to, Noah? Do you want to go in the Forerunner? There's a grocery bag in the Forerunner that has coffee cups and another fuel canister. So just a shop light. We're not going to bring that. These guys are great. These Life Straws. I took these to East Africa and drank out of the Nile River with one of these. I'll probably bring these guys. Those are good. Life Straws. Don't need a 12-volt charger. Don't need an air mattress inflator. See what I'm saying? I have like such a random assortment of stuff here. Thank you. Bug spray stuff. We will want that. There are lots of gnats out there. So what I'm gonna do is put all this random loose stuff together in one thing. You think that'll be enough for 3 days? I'll do a second one just to see. Deep free. In other words, it doesn't work. Alright, I think that's enough bug spray. Bug repellent is huge. Portions of an MRE. I don't know why I have this in here. Got some matches. I'll throw those in there. Bunch of other random stuff. Most of this is trash. I don't know why. See, but what happens is when we go on camping trips, like just recently. Ah, found. Yes. This, ladies and gentlemen, is wonderful. We take these family to their little baby Tabascos. But we take these family camping trips, and you know, you're tired, you're grumpy, you've been out in the bush, you're coming back in, and you're like, I don't want to clean and pack and all this stuff, unpack and do laundry, and kids are grumpy. So what do? You just throw everything in the tub and put it in the shed, and then the next trip comes around and you're like, oh man, what is this mess that I made? So this is lemon-based powder, lemon lime. I think I'm gonna bring this. Get rid of it. The rest of this is trash. These are trash bags. Okay, I am addicted to these things. These Coleman propane. Are these propane? Yeah, butane propane mix. I love these things. And I have the little screw down burner that goes on top of that. That's definitely going. And then I bought these cups here. These were at Walmart, and they were like $1.50.
That's good.
And I was like, dude, this is really cool because they fold up like that. And you just take them out. put that over the fire for a little bit, get that over the burner. So anyways, these will be going with us. I'm trying to think about these guys that are going with us too. I'm trying to think what they might need or what they forget. I shouldn't, I guess I need to be thinking about that because this is one of their first trips where they're doing something along those lines, where they're coming with us.
Why don't they meet up with us here, and they bring the stuff they're bringing?
Yeah,
And
I
like-
sent them a packing list already, so their parents should be kind of getting some of that stuff.
Okay.
I don't think we'll need a compass. We're just gonna stay on the river, float down the river.
You sure? Because sometimes you don't get internet.
Yeah, but all we have to do is just stay on the river.
Huh, yeah.
So even if we don't have signal, that's fine.
Yeah, I
I
guess
don't
so.
need binoculars, can opener. I might actually need a can opener.
Yeah, because aren't we gonna bring some canned
Oh,
goods?
this is an old mag light. I forgot we even had this thing.
Oh yeah, that thing is
You
strong.
know what I used this thing for? Back in 2007, I had this mag light. It's got like the old incandescent bulb in it. 2007, I used this. This is actually takes me way back to the Peace River in Central Florida. I spent 7 days on the Peace River with this mag light, and I was like whacking alligators on the head. No, I wasn't really, but that's what I brought it for. Actually, was to hit alligators or something. I was terrified on that river. I remember I set out. Because of my work schedule, I had to and I was just really excited. I had to leave at night. And I remember I started in Bartow, Florida, and I started down the river at night. And I got down the river and about midnight. I finally stopped because of exhaustion and slept on a dock on the side of the river and woke up really early in the morning and got back on the river. But I used this light and I was spotting in front of me as I was paddling along down the river, and there were so many alligators. It was crazy.
You should have made a YouTube video about that.
Yeah, that was back before there even was a YouTube. I was doing this stuff.
Nah,
Um,
that's too bad.
yeah,
You could make a nice.
I don't need this little rope.
Well, it might not show in the dark.
Yeah, sunscreen.
Maybe bring about.
This stuff is old and it's like SPF 30. That might still be good.
Yeah.
If you go on the fireplace mantle, there's another thing of sunscreen. Would you want to grab that? I think it's
Sure.
70 SPF. And then this, I don't know, I might just throw this.
smell it from here.
Yeah, that's brand new. All natural. So for those who are just joining the live stream, what I'm doing is I'm packing for a kayak trip. We're about to take 3 days and 3 nights on the river with Noah and a couple of his pals. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just wanting to hang out with you guys and show you what it looks like, clean out all my camping junk, and kind of weed through some stuff and figure out what I need to bring on this kayak trip. Yeah, let's bring that. So we got this stuff. This is spray on SPF 70. This is gonna be good stuff here. Because on that river, there's not a lot of tree coverage. So last time we went down, we got really sunburned.
You got really sunburned.
Yeah, I did. That was unenjoyable for me.
You should
All
bring
right,
that.
we're getting there to the bottom of this thing. We don't need a radio.
It'd be
We
nice
won't need
though.
10 spikes, huh?
It'd be nice though.
Yeah. We don't need 10 spikes. This is another little saw that I've got here. Little folding saw.
That's pretty cool.
And this, what this does is it flips up like that and it latches on. That thing is sharp. So, it's a nice little saw. I don't think we want to bring this one.
No. Yeah. It's,
Shovel.
it's okay.
Those things are like a brick. Solar light. This is an unopened life straw.
Yeah, we can bring. We already
Cutting
got
board.
two.
I want to bring a cutting board because we're going to
Yeah.
be bringing some potatoes and onions, things of that sort. And a little spatula.
Yeah, I
Probably gonna
guess.
bring a little spatula.
I guess we could bring that.
Is this your light?
I think that's Eli's.
Oh. I don't think we're just going to rely on headlamps.
Yeah.
Multi-tool and toothbrush. Another spatula. I don't think that.
Yeah, the
Alright.
metal ones are better.
The other thing we need to think about is shelter. What are we going to do for shelter on this trip? I'm going to be using my good old Lawson hammock, my tent hammock. This thing is the bomb, and I love this thing. The Lawson hammock sent this to me. Thank you again, Lawson hammock, for doing that. It's a tent hammock, and it is a very nice tent hammock. And then I believe, are you going to be doing a tent or a hammock?
I still haven't decided.
Still haven't decided.
No.
Have you ever overnighted in a hammock before?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah, with my brother. So.
Okay.
And I never really had in a tent. I know that for sure. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
Then we can if we find a campsite. You know, last time it was more. Our camping spot was more sandy.
Yeah.
We'll have to go into like the woods this time a little more. So like I'm gonna go with hammock if you're going with hammock, so then we can do.
So. Yeah, I'm gonna go. We've got that other tent hammock. Probably for your friends, yeah. So this is another one of those canisters. These right here, they'll last a long time. Just a lot of fuel in each of these. So I'll bring these, and this is the burner that sits on top. I think this is made by Coleman. I think this, yeah, Coleman Max. But I love this thing. It's a little backpacking burner. And what you do is you take these fins and you spin them out like that. And then you take this, screw it down on top. You take a lighter, turn the gas on, take a lighter, and it's good. And you can take something as simple as like a little cup like that, and you can actually boil water on that or make coffee or soup or whatever you want. Or you can take a sizable pan. But what I do is I have this little mess kit, and this is all going to be in the video when we're done. This is going to be in the finished product. But I have this little mess kit here that folds out. And yeah, so this is like my little serving plate, a little pot to boil stuff on. Ooh, look at that. Ugh, I need to clean that down. Anyways.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with this one person mosquito hammock. It's by.
Yeah. Now, if you guys remember, I did a video a couple years ago, almost 2 years ago now, of this this hammock I bought at Walmart for like $30. They still sell these at Walmart, and it's a tent hammock. And I went stealth camping using this thing. I hiked a while down a creek and camped in this, but it works. It's not as good as my Lawson hammock, but it'll do the trick. But yeah, so you're gonna bring this? Okay. All right, guys. We got life jackets. You got your sleeping bag. I got my sleeping bag. We're going for 3 days. The other thing, man, I got a mess of headlamps here.
More mints.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 headlamps. So,
All toilet paper.
lots of
We've got a stash.
all these flashlights.
Yeah.
Put this lighter here. So,
Yeah, bring like 2 of them. I know the blue one doesn't work.
yeah, the battery.
Yeah,
Well, we're up against some rain that's coming in here and blowing in. I think we're gonna try to put all this stuff in the boats and then put the boats in the kayak. So the other thing we're gonna be doing a lot of fishing down the river as well, and trying to eat some fresh caught fish, cook it over the fire. So anyways, I wanted to bring you guys along on this little packing adventure and packing/purging some of this camping gear, and show you what it looks like. So let me check for any comments, see if there's anything anybody wants to say. I can't see.
Do you want?
Good morning. Have a great trip. Oh, thank you, Sunflower Maiden. We will certainly try to do that. All right. Well, guys, thanks for watching. We'll probably go live on the river, so stay tuned and make sure to click the bell